What inspired you to become a psychologist professor?
I've always been passionate about the human mind and how it works. My focus was mainly on the unconscious and conscious mind. I found psychology to be a field that combined my interest in both research and direct patient care, and I wanted to share my passion for the subject with others by becoming a professor. And plus, I love the job. I love what I do. I'm passionate about research studies, and I'm proud of the accomplishments I've had thus far.
Okay. What is your research experience in psychology?
I have extensive research experience in this field of psychology. My experience primarily involves studying hysteria and the conscious mind through clinical practice, heavily influenced by my time studying under Jean-Claude Charcot in Paris, where I observed the use of hypnosis to treat hysterical systems. This led me to develop the theory of psychoanalysis and concepts like dream analysis, the id, the ego, and the superego.
Okay. How do you approach teaching clinical psychology to students?
I approach teaching clinical psychology to students by providing a balance of theoretical learning and practice skills. I use a variety of teaching methods, such as lectures, discussions, case studies, and role-playing exercises to engage students and help them understand the material. I am encouraging to students to apply what they have learned to real-world situations and to be critically evaluate the research in the field.
Okay. What is your experience with clinical assessments and interventions?
I have experience with a variety of clinical assessments and interventions, including cognitive behavioral therapy, psychoanalytic therapy. I am familiar with these latest researches and evidence-based practices in these areas, and I use the knowledge to inform my teaching and research.
How do you stay current with the latest developments in clinical psychology?
I stay current with the latest developments in clinical psychology by reading current research and attending conferences and workshops. I also regularly engage in continuing education activities to further develop my skills and knowledge, and I encourage my students to do the same.
What is your experience working with diverse populations?
I understand the importance of cultural sensitivity. I foster respect for diversity in all forms and explorations, and I strive to provide inclusive and equitable learning to all students. By doing this, I allow my students to feel safe, respected, heard, and valued. Through teaching experience at multiple institutions of higher learning, I've interacted with students of different forms of diversity, including gender identity, sexuality, college major, disability status, age, race, ethnicity, and majors.
Okay. Can you describe your teaching philosophy and how it applies to psychology?
My teaching philosophy centers on fostering clinical thinking and real-world application through research. In psychology, I aim to connect theoretical concepts with practical examples, encouraging students to actively engage with material through discussions and hands-on activities.
How do you stay current with developments in the field of psychology?
I stay current by attending conferences, subscribing to leading psychological journals, participating in professional organizations, and engaging with online courses and webinars. Continuous learning is essential to provide an up-to-date education to my students.
Can you discuss a research project you are currently working on or have recently completed?
Yes, I can. I recently completed the study of Lil Hans, where I analyzed a young boy's phobia of horses, interrupting it as a manifestation of the Oedipus complex. This key concept in my theory was a boy desiring his mother and feelings of hostility towards his father. This study was based on detailed observations and analyzing of the boy's case through reports from his father rather than a controlled experiment.
How do you handle diverse learning styles and needs in the classroom?
I employ a variety of teaching methods, including lectures, group discussions, multimedia presentations, and hands-on activities. I also offer office hours and supplemental resources to support students with differing learning preferences and needs.
Okay, what strategies do you use to encourage student engagement and participation?
I use interactive techniques like student projects where they get together in groups and complete a project together. I use real-life case studies and classroom debates. Additionally, I create a welcoming environment where students feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and questions.
Okay, how do you integrate technology into your teaching?
I integrate technology through my teaching because I incorporate technology by utilizing online forums for discussions, using educational software for simulation and data analysis, and incorporating multimedia resources to enhance lectures. This approach helps in making learning more dynamic and accessible.